Are you someone looking for a job, unhappy with your job perhaps, or simply preparing to enter the job market? Well, today's FYI is for people like you. Hello and welcome. I'm Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor, and over the next 30 minutes, we will discuss the big job trends of 2021. So get ready with your pen and paper and be sure to take some very important notes coming your way. So first, let's talk about what really has happened and what has really changed between 2020 and 2021. Well, post the massive job cuts that 2020 saw, is the tide finally turning now? Well, many sectors surely are seeing an uptake. Well, many sectors saw massive job losses as well. Several businesses also experiences unprecedented demand and demonstrated resilience by pivoting new solutions. The big question now is, what jobs are on the rise and what skills do you need to succeed in these roles? Well, to answer all these questions, we looked at data and studied them across the board. So first, we look at the all-important, talked about LinkedIn report as well. That will give you a sense of what is happening right now. And then what we've done is we've collated a bunch of studies, a spectrum of studies for you on one sheet to try and tell you under various studies what are the jobs that are the common denominators. Consider it a poll of polls that NDTV does of sorts. All right. So let's begin with the top 15 jobs that will see an uptake in 2021. This according to LinkedIn. Well, number one on that list is frontline e-commerce workers. Hiring of these roles grew about 73% year on year, and over 4 lakh jobs are available right now as we speak. What kind of jobs? Well, from driver, supply chain, associate, package handler, personal shoppers as well. The skills required for this would be something regarding customer service, leadership, time management. Education here is about 75% of the hires had to be bachelor degrees or higher. Number 2 on the list is loan and mortgage experts. Hiring for these jobs in 2020 increased nearly 59% from that in 2019. The job titles here are something like an underwriter, mortgage loan officer, loan closers as well. Your skills required for them would be something like risk management, customer service, credit analysis, etc. Education here is about 86% of hires had to have bachelor's degree or higher. Number 3, something that everybody's talking about, healthcare supporting staff. Now, since 2019, hiring for these positions has increased more than 34%. These are job titles like healthcare assistant, pharmacy technician, dental assistant, home health aides as well. And skills here are like patient education, data entry, physician relations, etc. And here as well, bachelor's degree and more. Number 4, business development and sales professionals. Hiring for these roles grew at 45% between 2020 and 2019. Again, jobs like sales consultant, sales operation assistant, inbound sales specialist, strategic advisors, etc. Now again, job education here is 92% just bachelor's degree. So just imagine the spectrum available for especially those coming out just in the job market as well. Number 5 on that list is workplace diversity experts. Now, a very sort of interesting profile over here. Hirings here saw an increase of 90%. That's the maximum we've seen across this list since 2019. And that means diversity manager, diversity officer, head of diversity coordination. Skills here are basically community outreach. Essentially, what this segment means is people who can do more than just one job, something that is being seen by a lot of companies at the moment. Number 6, again, something that all of you are talking about, digital marketing professionals. Hiring for these went up and grew at least 33%. Again, digital marketing specialists, social media managers, marketing representatives, search engine optimization specialists, etc. Apart from that, nurse demand as well, 30% up from last year. Number 8 on that list is educational professionals. Very crucial. Hiring for them grew at 20%. Now, again, this has had a relook into how the entire sector is being looked at. So a lot of skill development has happened on this sector at least, and this has got to do with all the learning happening digitally. And talking about digital, number 9 on that list is digital content creators. Demand for them grew at around 49%. Again, job titles here are like content coordinators, writing consultants, bloggers, podcasters is something that has been thriving in the millennial world as well, and not much qualification required here as well. But this will again continue to see a growth in 2021 as well. Number 10, Personal and career coaches, very important. Hiring for these coaching roles have increased 51%, and these are fitness coaches, business coaches, life coaches, mental health coaches as well. Mentoring is seen as one of the major things over here. Number 11, specialized engineers. Hiring for them also has seen an uptake as well. Web developers just being one of the many job profiles that opens up with this sector. Number 12, mental health specialist. Now, hiring for these has nearly grown by 24%, but I personally feel this is an understatement considering how much of a behavioral therapist and mental health specialists and psychological, therapists and health experts have been required through the course of the pandemic, and something that will only continue to grow in the years to come. Number 13 on that list is user experience professionals. This also grew at a pace of at least 20% or so over the past year. Number 14 is data scientists. Hiring for them also grew at about 46% or so. And number 15, something that has, again, a lot of millennials extremely interested and could just be the way of the world. Artificial intelligence engineers. Hiring for them grew at 32% between 2019 and 2020. So imagine, all these are jobs that have grown even with the pandemic. So this only goes on to tell you how much further it will grow in the years to come as well. Those job titles as well available for everybody to see. Now that you know what all are the big trends that at least LinkedIn has flagged off, what are the major trends sort of emerging from that list? Let's look at that now. If you look at the sectors that will drive hiring in 2021, now led by COVID-19 pandemic, hiring for remote jobs has increased 3 times as compared to the pre-COVID levels. So sectors such as BPO, IT, education, teaching, internet, e-commerce, major contribution from work from home jobs as well has been posted. Naukri.com, etc., all talking about it right now. Now sectors, let's talk about those which will make a comeback in hiring. Well, that is said to be in hospitality, in travel, in retail, in education, in teaching as well. Now, remote hiring is also something that it will be the new norm now. That is what we're all seeing in terms of trends that are coming up in 2021. Freelancing, part-time jobs also to gain major popularity. So that's what will be the trend like in 2021, but we didn't stop there. We wanted to have a sort of larger outlook here. So we looked at careers that will thrive over the next decade altogether. All right. So these are careers which will continue to thrive with this pandemic, another pandemic, post-pandemic, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So that seems to be in tech, in management, in healthcare. So amongst the most promising careers next decade, according to Wall Street Journal, is going to be ranking of new employment projection data, and that is also something that they have talked about. Registered nurses, software developers hit a sweet spot as well, pairing relative high wages with robust demand as well, making them amongst the most promising careers in our analysis. All right, but that's not it. So we talked about the LinkedIn report, we talked about what the Wall Street Journal is saying, but what we've done on FYI for you is quite unique. We collated several data and several studies, and we've done sort of a poll of poll. We've collated all of that, and the top 10 trends emerging across these studies is what we've got for you. All right, let me put that out on the screen. Jobs in demand in 2021. And this is according to several reports from NASDAQ to FlexJobs to CNBC, Exploring India. A lot of them we looked at, and this is what it tells us. Registered nurses, cyber security, data analysis, full stack developers, digital marketers, information security, doctors, infrastructure related jobs, marriage therapists. Very interesting, something that saw an underlining trend that we saw across all studies. Customer service specialist, AI, drones, and robotics, right? But I'm sure the question now on your mind is, how does one prepare for these jobs, right? What are the skills required to keep yourself market ready and to explore more opportunities in these sectors? Let's put that on your screen now, the skills that will be in demand. Digital skills, top of the chart, something that is being underlined by all studies at this point. That includes the cloud computing that includes low codes as well, critical thinking and analysis. Again, another underlying sort of skill that we saw across all the jobs that are going to be in vogue. Inbound digital marketing, artificial intelligence, natural language processing skills, cyber security skills, and negotiations. All right, so that's an exhaustive look at what the years ahead are going to be like. But let's take it one step at a time. Let's talk about first those who are just about to enter the job market or already in the job market, right? And what are the trends that we are seeing from the recruiter side? So for that, we've got Rituparna Chakrabarti joining us on the program. She's the co-founder and executive vice president at TeamLace. Thanks, Rituparna, and welcome back on FYI. We also have Tulika Krishna joining us. She is a senior mentor and chief career planner at Credentials India. And we also have Jitin Chawla joining us. He's a career counselor. Jitin also deals with a lot of anxious students at this point, students who've not been to classrooms in over a year. And how do they prepare themselves for the times to come? We'll be looking at those as well. But first, question to Rituparna at this point. What is the conversation within the recruiting group like at this point? I also have been talking about how the entire recruitment process, Rituparna, has seen a major change post-pandemic. Could you give us some tips to all those watching on what are the kind of skills required at this point, or how exactly is the entire process changing?
So I think recruiters, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me back on the show. So I think from a recruiter perspective, while in the candidates, I don't think they're looking for anything vastly different from a skill perspective than what they were before the pandemic. But of course, there are a few things that they are now looking out for in addition, which is everybody, irrespective of level, profile, blue-collared, senior leadership, entry level, they're looking whether you're digitally native or not. I mean, unless that basic operating system is in place, in the new world of work, it's going to be very difficult. So that's one. Secondly, they are looking for fungibility. I mean, the pandemic has taught us that we can't be specialists anymore. I mean, you need to be hyper-specialist, maybe. But otherwise, your ability to be able to fit into your abilities and skills into different kinds of job roles is very important. And third, I think, is adaptability. I think adaptability is important. Fourth would be curiosity, maybe. But in recruiters per se, I feel that they need to challenge their muscle memory in terms of how they have been going about hiring. I think in the world that we are looking at in future, I think they need to get used to three things, which they are not used to. One is essentially hiring paperless, hiring faceless, and hiring resume-less. Because the entire ecosystem or the basic premise on which they have been doing recruitment, I think these three fundamentals are. But
hiring resume-less, how is that going to be like? Anyways, you're not going to be meeting candidates, right? So how do you even assess them? What is the criteria?
So I think now everybody is looking at key attributes that the person brings to the table. Nobody has the luxury, or nobody has the time to go through expansive resumes. I mean, I remember there was a time when resumes used to be 4 pages, it came down to 2 pages, then 1. Now people don't want to see resumes. We are living in a world which is a hashtag world. And it's the same thing in terms of individuals, by and large, who are going to get hired. So your ability to get noticed by a recruiter is not going to, your chances of getting noticed by a recruiter is not going to get enhanced because of your resume, but your ability to be able to capture the key attributes that are required for matching. Where do you live? What is your basic skills that you bring to the table? What was your past compensation? The number of the exact skills that you bring to the table. They just want to see those for the matching to start, for them to begin the conversation.
Interesting. Interesting. Very fascinating, all that you're telling us now. But from a recruiter's perspective to somebody who's in the job market right now, Tulika, let me come to you. The minute I floated this video out and I told people that this is what we were discussing, so many people have written to me and said that, listen, we lost our jobs and we're still struggling to get back. So what are the kind of skills required at the moment to make yourself, to adapt to this pandemic world, so to say. What tips do you have for people like that?
Thank you, Sonal, for having me on FYI. What I'm mainly seeing currently with people who are undergoing mid-career crisis, because what is really happening is that they were let off during the pandemic. And especially if they were in the education sector or if they are in the training or the HR sector, they need to upgrade their skills. First of all, they were in that old stage where they didn't need tech skills. So firstly, they need to become tech friendly. And that is something that is extremely important. Second thing is, you need to start doing different certifications. Certifications wherein you can be self-employable also, because people who have been let off at the age of 35 or 40 or 45, getting a job again is becoming extremely difficult. So self-employment, being able to market themselves. So I have come across people at the age of 50, they are going online and doing certification on digital marketing so that they can market themselves online and be able to generate opportunities for themselves. Right. So self-employment has become extremely important today in the current stage.
Interesting. And so digital skills being the underlining sort of note over there. Let me also bring in Jitin at that note. Jitin, like we said, you know, this is, let's talk about those who are just going to enter the job market and a lot of anxiety amongst them, right? So these are students who had a career plan so far, and a lot of those career plans now have to have had to take a relook on that regarding what are the jobs that are going to thrive and their approach as well. What tips do you have for that segment of people?
Yeah, so, you know, lot of, like we have been discussing, a lot of amalgamation of skills. It is not that you have to, suppose you are a bio person. Today you need to understand computing also and bit of data analytics also, because computational bio has a lot of jobs. So looking at the trends, for example, fintech, and even universities, the newer ones, the progressive ones have like already started. So there are courses in fintech for commerce people, where basics of technology is being given. Even normal MBAs now today, if I look at large number of institutes, it is MBA business analytics. Yeah. So even institutes are adapting to that. So while making those choices, my very strong decision to parents is to steer away from conventional courses. You know, parents are looking at conventional courses. I speak to a typical parent in like North India, and their idea of this thing is Delhi University. Yeah. And maybe a BCom honors, which they did when like it was 40 years back, they did it. But today,
well, talking about parents is going to open an entire Pandora's box. But hold that thought. You know, hold that thought. I'm going to quickly slip into a break, and when we come back, we'll dive into that a little more. Quick break. Back in a moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back on FYI. We are talking about the big job trends in the years to come, especially 2021 as well. Let me go back to my panel now and bring in Rituparna. Rituparna, we were discussing earlier about which levels, at what levels of jobs we're going to start seeing an uptake soon after now in the post-pandemic world. Could you just talk to us a little about that?
So I think we are seeing an uptake in hiring across all the 4 levels, which is entry level, junior level, mid level, as well as senior leadership level. But what is going to be interesting is the outlook seems to be there would be an increased hiring at the senior leadership level in the next 3-4 months, clearly, because so far senior level hiring have been at its minimum. Because these are high value hirings, organizations were not at this point of time, given the current economic situation, willing to invest in these resources. But as the outlook is expected to improve and change, I think to drive the organizations towards aggressive growth, they do feel the need to invest in good senior leadership hiring. So I think one of the things that will stand out, of course, we do expect intent to hire across all levels to be improving. But the one which really stands out is going to be the investment in senior leadership, which has been missing over the last 3-4 quarters, clearly. So I think I expect uptake, honestly, across all the levels, but senior leadership is what stands out for me.
All right. So we have to leave it there, sadly, because of lack of time. But thank you so much for your thoughts on what's been going on in the job market. And one underlining thought really is digital skills. That's something across the board people really need to up. Like Rituparna was saying, that the time for a CV job interview is gone. On that note, thanks for watching. Good night.